Welcome to the channel, everyone. BLN 437 and the San Francisco Giants have acquired Andrew McCutchen from the Pittsburgh Pirates. In exchange, they get not only Andrew McCutchen, but $400,000 to spend in the international pool. The Pittsburgh Pirates get back Ryan Reynolds and I believe it's Kyle Kirk in the deal. So the rebuild is definitely going on there in Pittsburgh. Now, I like the move. I really do. Andrew McCutchen is a good ball player. He hits well, he runs well, and he can play the outfield. Now, I know that they were interested in Giancarlo Stanton. This is obviously not a Giancarlo Stanton. McCutchen's not that type of power hitter, obviously. And it's not a Jay Bruce either, who's also a power hitter. He's, to me, better than Jay Bruce in the sense of he hits for better average, and he's a better overall hitter than Jay Bruce in the sense of just getting on base, hitting for average. Doesn't hit the home runs that Jay Bruce hits. Jay Bruce hits about maybe 25, 30. Sometimes he can hit 36. He has that type of power. Andrew McCutchen usually stays around the 25 to 28 range. I know that that's pretty similar to what I said Jay Bruce is, but I really believe that Jay Bruce is a 30 home run hitter and maybe even 36 home run hitter. He proved it in a big ballpark out there in Citi Field. Citi Field is not a small ballpark, so for him to get 29 home runs in Citi Field, or I believe, no, I'm sorry, not 29. He got 26, I believe it was, in Citi Field, and then the rest were in Cleveland, is pretty impressive. It really is. So, like I said, I like the deal. I think it's a really good move. He can do a lot of things. He's going to be a good support kind of guy there for a guy like Evan Longoria, Buster Posey, Brandon Belt, who, if he can have a bounce-back season, is going to be great for the San Francisco Giants and other guys on that team. So, good move there in that aspect. Now, there are some cons. One of it being the two guys that they got are guys that are starting to exit their prime, and I know that this is a win-now move, but at some point, you have to start worrying about the future if you're the San Francisco Giants. And what I mean by that is your farm system isn't the same as it was in years past. That was proven because you just haven't really been able to get that marquee guy out there, and when they traded away Evan Longoria, Christian Arroyo was really the only guy that they had left as trade leverage. So I want to see how this move is going to go. Do I think that this move is good enough for them to surpass the Dodgers as well? I don't know. I honestly don't know. A lot of that, like I said, is going to have to be seen by how good and how great Johnny Cueto can bounce back. Maybe even a Samardzija, if he can at least have some steady numbers. No one's saying that Samardzija has to be a Cy Young candidate, but he has to be a decent number 3. I know he eats innings, but he has to do a little bit more. And Mark Melancon staying healthy and being the Mark Melancon that he was 2 years ago definitely has to do with that. Same with Brandon Belt being healthy and being back to what he was. Brandon Crawford, Joe Panic. Those guys need to do something. Those guys need to produce, and they need to do what they need to do. They definitely are better than the Colorado Rockies, in my opinion, and they're better than the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Arizona Diamondbacks, they're one of those teams that, to me, without J.D. Martinez, what are they? Yes, they have David Peralta, they have Jake Lamb, they have Paul Goldschmidt. They got some guys there, but is it really enough to beat the Dodgers, as you saw in the postseason last year? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I think that this offense that the Giants have is a little better because there's a little bit more guys that can do different things that the Arizona Diamondbacks can't do. Now, Colorado has a good offense, and they play in a ballpark that caters to offense anyways, so you're going to get offense there from Colorado regardless. It's just their pitching, whether they're pitching or their bullpen, because that's what they invested a lot of their money on, whether their bullpen's going to be enough. Now, another thing about this move that I like is they essentially got a Jay Bruce who they were interested in via the trade market for practically nothing. I mean, let's face it, they didn't really have to give up any top talent. I mean, the guys that the Pirates got back weren't guys that are really considered great, at least from what I've heard. So to get Andrew McCutchen, and he pretty much is getting paid, I believe, a little bit more than Jay Bruce is this season. But Jay Bruce is going to be getting paid, I believe, $17 million the next 2 seasons. I don't know how Andrew McCutchen's contract is constructed in the next 2 seasons or so. But that's not a bad move. It's not a bad move in the sense of money-wise. They ended up getting a cheap outfielder. They didn't have to spend for J.D. Martinez. They didn't have to spend and give up all their talent for Giancarlo Stanton. And it just makes sense. It really does. So, overall, good deal. I like the deal. His defensive stats went up on the sabermetric side. I'm not a big fan of the sabermetric defensive numbers. I think that they're trash. I'm more on the traditional side when it at least comes to the defensive numbers. So we'll see there. We'll see how he does out in the outfield. So that's it, guys. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Comment as well. Let me know what you guys think about the Andrew McCutchen move. Is it a good move for the Giants or is it a bad move for the Giants? And don't forget to subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.